Hello students, I hope all of you are doing good. A warm welcome to all of you to my channel. Today we will be continuing with the lesson, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. Now we had seen yesterday that Nathu, a sweeper boy, he was offended, he was annoyed because he was not paid the regular salary from the bank, and he had disclosed the problem to his friend Sitaram, who was the washerman's son. And Sitaram in turn had told the news to Mrs. Prakash because she wanted a boy to clean her courtyard. And Mrs. Prakash spread the rumor like anything to Mrs. Bhushan, and Mrs. Bhushan to her husband, and then Jugal Kishore, and then finally it came to the barber Fayaz Hussain, and he dialed Seth Govind Ram's number. Now you can see in this picture the person to whom Fayaz Hussain was working on, he is running without complete shaving and cutting the hair. He wanted to call Seth Govind Ram's number. Now when he called, the Seth was not at home. Where was he then? The Seth was holidaying in Kashmir. Oh, was that so? The elderly gentleman did not believe it. Now when this person, the customer, called Seth Govind Ram's number, he was not to be found at home. Then where he was gone? He was holidaying. He had gone to a vacation in Kashmir. Oh, was that really true? The elderly gentleman, the person who called, he did not believe it. He hurried back to the barber's shop and told Fayaz Hussain, the bird has flown. Now the bird is referring to Seth Govind Ram, because everyone thought that he had looted money and he had ran to Kashmir. So he went back to Fayaz Hussain's shop and he said, the bird has flown. Seth Govind Ram has left down. Definitely it means a collapse. Collapse means definitely it means a loss. The bank will close. I'll have the rest of my hair cut another time. And then he dashed out of the shop, making a beeline for his office and checkbook. Now making a beeline means went quickly and directly to his office because he wanted to withdraw money from the bank as soon as possible. We have already seen that he did not cut his entire hair, and he gave an excuse of this reason, and he said that he will cut the rest of his hair later on. And then he dashed out, means came out fast from the shop, making a beeline for his office. So he quickly went to his office to take out the necessary documents and the checkbook to withdraw money as soon as possible. The news spread through the bazaar with the rapidity of a forest fire. Now all of you know that the forest fire spreads very rapidly. So this news also spreads throughout the market with the speediness of the forest fire. From the general store, it traveled to the tea shop, circulated amongst the customers, and then spread with them in various directions to the pan seller, the tailor and fruit vendor, the jeweler and the beggar sitting on the pavement. Circulated means the news spread to many people. Now how many people? From the general store, it came to the tea shop. From there, it spread in various directions to the pan seller, the tailor, the fruit vendor, and even the jeweler shop, and not even leaving the beggar who was sitting on the pavement. Men stood in groups at street corners discussing the situation. The small town in the foothills seldom had a crisis. Seldom means rarely had a crisis, and never had floods, earthquakes or drought. Now this was a very small town in the foothills, and it had rarely come across any crisis, and it had never had floods, earthquakes or even drought. And so the imminent crash of the local bank set everyone talking and speculating and rushing about in a frenzy. Imminent means an unpleasant event. Speculating means forecasting, guessing or discussing. Frenzy means a state of great excitement or anxiety. So this news, the imminent unpleasant news of the crashing of the local bank, made everyone talking and guessing what would happen and rushing here and there in a frenzy, in a confusion, in excitement. Some boasted of their far-sightedness. Far-sightedness means wisdom that comes from thinking about and understanding what will happen in the future. It comes by experience. Some boasted. Boasted means taking the pride in saying. Some boasted of their far-sightedness, congratulating themselves on having already taken out their money or on never having put any in. Now some people, they started taking pride that they were wise enough in foreseeing what would happen, and they had withdrawn all the money, or they haven't put any money into that bank. Others speculated on the reasons for the crash, putting it all down to Seth Govind Ram's pleasure-loving ways. Now, few other people, they guessed, they speculated what might be the reason for the crash, and they came to the conclusion that Seth Govind Ram was a very pleasure-loving man. So maybe he has lost all the money for finding his means to please himself. The Seth had fled the state. State means he had left the place, said one. He had fled the country, said another. Others insisted that he was hiding somewhere in town. So different guesses from different people. Somebody said he had left the place. Someone said he had fled the country. And another people forced that he was hiding somewhere in the town itself. Someone who had a relative working as a clerk in the bank decided to call him and get the facts. "I don't know anything about it," said the clerk, "except that half the town is here, trying to take their money out. Everyone seems to have gone mad." Now, one of the customers, one of the town people, he had a relative working as a clerk in the bank, and he decided to call him and know the fact. Now, when he called the clerk, he said he did not know anything about it. Only thing is, he knew that half of the town had already gathered there, trying to take their money out, and everyone seemed to have gone mad. But what was the reason? Even the clerk did not know. "There's a rumor that none of you has been paid." "Well, the clerks have had their salaries. We wouldn't be working otherwise. It may be that some of the part-time workers are getting paid late." Now, when the person who called the clerk, he said, "I think there is a rumor that all the employees are not being paid." To that, the clerk replied that no, it's not like that. All the clerks have got their salaries. Otherwise, we would not have worked. It's only that maybe few part-time workers are getting paid late. But that is not the reason because of shortage of money. It's just that the clerk who looks after their payments is on sick leave. Now, it is only because the person who looks after the salary of the part-time workers is on leave, sick leave. "You don't expect me to do his work, do you?" And he put the telephone down. And he also asked the person that, "Do you expect me to do the work of the part-time of the other clerk also, to pay the part-time workers?" And saying this, he put the telephone down. By afternoon, the bank had gone through its ready money, and the harassed bank manager was helpless. Ready money means money in the form of cash that the bank had available for transactions. So by afternoon, when all the people crowded outside, somehow the bank got its ready money, and the harassed bank manager, harassed means tired and anxious, and the harassed bank manager was helpless. Emergency funds could only be obtained from one of the government banks, and now it was nearly closing time, and now there was not so much enough money to pay to all the customers. Therefore, he thought that emergency funds could only be obtained from the government banks, that too on the next working day, because it was evening time, that was the closing time. The clerks shut down their counters, but people gathered outside on the steps of the bank shouting, "We want our money. Give it to us today, or we will break in. Fetch Seth Govind Ram. We know he is hiding in the vaults." Vaults means, you can say, lockers, thick rooms, the rooms with thick walls and strong doors where money and other precious items are kept in the bank to prevent them from being stolen. So when the people gathered outside, the clerks shut down their counters, but the people shouted, kept on shouting from outside that they wanted their money and it should be given to us that day itself. Otherwise, they will break inside the bank. Fetch, said Govind Ram. That means call, bring, call, said Govind Ram. We know he is hiding inside the thick rooms. Mischief makers who did not have a paisa in the bank joined the crowd. Now, mischief makers means the person who are not directly involved, but they make fun. They make fun of the situation by spreading rumors and intimidating fear, scaring the customers. So these people who did not have a paisa in the bank also joined the crowd. The manager stood at the door and tried to calm his angry customers. He declared that the bank had plenty of money, that they could withdraw all they wanted the next morning. The manager, he stood at the door and he tried to convince the angry customers, saying that bank had enough money and they can withdraw all their money in the next morning. But the people were restless. We want it now, chanted the people. Chanted means kept on repeating. Now, now, now. A few stones were thrown and the manager retreated indoors. Retreated means went back indoors, closing the iron grill gate. A brick hurtled through the air and smashed into the plate glass window which advertised the bank's assets. A brick hurtled. Hurtled means flying at a great speed. A brick was thrown at a very great speed and it dashed into the glass plate window which advertised the bank's assets. Now children, you can see in the picture, the bank door is open. The manager is standing there at a very scared condition and people are claiming money from them, running and asking for money. Then what happened? Then the police arrived. They climbed the steps of the bank and pushed the crowd back until the people began falling over each other. Gradually, everyone dispersed. Dispersed means moved apart and went off in different directions, showing that they would be back in the morning. Then finally, the police had to intervene. They climbed the steps of the bank and pushed the crowd back until everyone went in different directions. But they told the manager and the police that they will be coming again the next morning. Nathu arrived next morning to sweep the steps of the bank. He saw the refuse. Refuse is the waste material because stones and everything were thrown the previous day. So it was all thrown on the steps. He saw the refuse and the broken glass and the stones cluttering the steps. Raising his hands in horror, he cried, "Gundas, hooligans, may they suffer from 1,000 ills." Gundas mean violent criminals. It is a Hindi word. Hooligans mean people who behave in a very noisy and violent ways in public. So when Nathu saw so much of refuse and broken glass and stones fallen on the steps, he shouted, raising his hands in horror, he shouted, "Gundas, hooligans, may they suffer from 1,000 ills," because he had to suffer so much of dirt now. It was bad enough being paid irregularly. Now I must suffer an increase of work. He was already annoyed, children, isn't it? Because he was not getting payment and now he had to suffer an increase of work. He had to clean so much. He smacked the steps with his broom, scattering the refuse. Smacked the steps means somehow he tried pushing across the steps with his broom, scattering the refuse here and there. "Good morning, Nathu," said Sitaram, the washerman's son, getting down from his bicycle. "Are you ready to take up a new job from the 1st of next month? You'll have to, I suppose, now that the bank is closing." Now Sitaram, he came to Nathu and he offered him the job of Mrs. Prakash's house and he said, "Are you ready to take up a new job from next month? You have to, because the bank is at the verge of closing." "What did you say?" said Nathu, because even he did not know that the bank is about to close. It was a rumor just because of his one sentence that he is not getting salary. "Haven't you heard? The bank's gone bankrupt. You'd better hang around until the others arrive. Hang around means you'd better be here until the other people arrive and then start demanding your money too. You will be lucky if you get it. So till the other people come here, you be here only. When they start demanding their money, you also do the same. And if you are lucky, you will get it. He waved cheerfully and pedaled away on his bicycle. Nathu went back to sweeping the steps, muttering to himself. When he had finished, he sat down on the bottom step to wait for the manager. He was determined to get his pay. Now when Sitaram told him that the bank was about to close and he should demand his money, he was determined and he sat at the bottom step to wait for the manager and the other people. He was determined to get his salary. Who would have thought the bank would collapse? He said to himself, and he looked thoughtfully across the street. I wonder how could have happened. Now he also did not imagine that the bank would collapse, and therefore he thought, who could have imagined that the bank would close? I wonder, I really think how it might have happened. So children, what is the moral of the story? That before you know the exact truth, please don't spread rumors. You know, no, rumors spread like forest fire and things get manipulated when it reaches from one year to another years, and you may land up into trouble. I hope this video will be useful. Please subscribe to my channel. Keep on looking my channel for latest updates. Thank you. God bless you.